The biggest mistakes companies make when implementing AI in supply chain. Artificial intelligence has become the fashionable answer to almost every supply chain problem. Ask a board of directors what their strategy is, and somewhere in the conversation you will hear the words AI transformation, machine learning, or intelligent automation. It sounds impressive, it reassures investors, it creates headlines. But after working with organizations across different industries, I have noticed something rather uncomfortable. Many companies do not fail because artificial intelligence is weak. They fail because their expectations are unrealistic. The first and perhaps most dangerous mistake is believing that AI is a miracle rather than a management tool. Technology has never replaced leadership. It simply amplifies it. If a company has poor planning, inaccurate inventory records, disconnected suppliers, and weak communication, introducing AI often means automating confusion instead of eliminating it. Imagine asking the world's fastest Formula One driver to compete in a car without brakes. Speed is no advantage when the fundamentals are broken. This is exactly what happens when organizations invest millions in sophisticated algorithms while ignoring the quality of their operational processes. Artificial intelligence cannot rescue poor management. It only exposes it faster. The second mistake is treating data as an afterthought. Every executive talks about AI. Far fewer executives talk about data governance, yet data is the oxygen of artificial intelligence. If purchase orders contain errors, if warehouse systems disagree with ERP platforms, if suppliers use different standards, if historical information is incomplete, then AI begins learning from misinformation. And there is an old principle every supply chain professional should remember: garbage in, garbage out. Artificial intelligence is incredibly intelligent when its information is reliable. It becomes incredibly dangerous when its information is not. Another common mistake is expecting immediate financial returns. Executives often approve AI projects with unrealistic timelines. They expect costs to fall dramatically within months. They expect forecasting accuracy to improve overnight. They expect automation to replace entire departments. Reality is considerably less dramatic. Successful AI implementation resembles cultivating a vineyard rather than buying a machine. The investment requires patience. Processes evolve, employees learn, models improve gradually. Organizations that understand this journey usually outperform those chasing instant results. Artificial intelligence is not an expense that magically creates profit. It is an investment that rewards disciplined organizations over time. Perhaps the most underestimated challenge has nothing to do with technology. It has everything to do with people. Employees often hear the phrase AI implementation and immediately translate it into one sentence. My job is at risk. Fear quietly spreads through organizations. Resistance increases. Knowledge sharing decreases. Ironically, the very people whose experience is needed to train intelligent systems become reluctant participants. This is why successful companies communicate before they automate. They explain why AI is being introduced. They demonstrate how repetitive tasks can disappear while employees focus on higher value decisions. Artificial intelligence should remove frustration, not human purpose. The organizations that forget this often discover that cultural resistance becomes a greater obstacle than technical complexity. There is also another fascinating misconception. Many executives believe artificial intelligence makes perfect decisions. It does not. It makes statistically informed decisions. There is an enormous difference. Supply chains are influenced by geopolitical instability, natural disasters, trade regulations, consumer emotions, unexpected viral trends. No algorithm can perfectly predict a world that constantly changes. Experienced managers still provide judgment that no machine currently possesses. The strongest organizations combine analytical intelligence with human wisdom, not one instead of the other. One final warning deserves attention. Some companies become so fascinated by AI dashboards that they stop asking critical questions. Predictions become accepted as facts. Recommendations become unquestioned instructions. This is dangerous. Artificial intelligence should challenge thinking. It should never replace thinking. Good leaders remain curious. They verify. They investigate. They ask why. Because responsible management has never depended on blind trust. It depends on informed skepticism. The most successful supply chains of the future will not belong to the companies with the most advanced algorithms. They will belong to the companies that combine technology, disciplined management, and human expertise into one intelligent system. That, ultimately, is where real competitive advantage is created. At Kaleidoscope International, we believe artificial intelligence is transforming supply chain management, but only when organizations are ready to transform themselves first. Technology is powerful, but sustainable success always begins with people, processes, and strategic thinking. Every day is an opportunity to learn, improve, and build a smarter, more resilient supply chain for the future.